everyone, happy Earth Day. We are here for our weekly hands-on science demonstration with Elgro, and today we are going to be participating in a really cool citizen science project. So I'm going to show you and take you on a little hike as we contribute to the Great Lakes BioBlitz that's happening, sponsored by the Center for Great Lakes Literacy. So the first thing you need to do, hopefully you saw in our previous post, was go to the website in the description of this video and look at the instructions. First, you need to download the iNaturalist app, and then you need to join the Great Lakes BioBlitz project and the Michigan BioBlitz project by the Center for Great Lakes Literacy. And the instructions are linked below. And what we're going to do is take you around and identify some of the things in our backyard and show you how you can contribute them to the project. So if you'll follow me, we're going to head up to the backyard here and try to observe a few things. So we can start right here. We have this interesting plant growing. Now you can put any living thing into the BioBlitz. It doesn't have to be a plant, it doesn't have to be just a bird, it can be anything that's alive. And so you'll open up your iNaturalist app. I don't know if you can see, looks like that. And once you open it up, you should be logged in. And then you press this green button here to make an observation. And you can either load in a picture that you've already taken, or you can take a new picture. I'm going to take a picture right here of this plant. And then I'm going to hit OK. And once I've done that, I can tell it what I think it was. And it'll also suggest to me what they think it was. They think it's some kind of periwinkle. So I'll say, OK, I'll select that. And then I'll hit OK, and then my observation will upload to that project. Now, if you have joined that project, everything you upload within the time period from today through May 20 on iNaturalist will go into that project, which is really cool, and scientists will use it to understand what's living in the Great Lakes. So we know that we've got that. That's myrtle. It's not a native species in the woods here, but it was here when we bought the house. Let's see if we can find something that comes from Michigan that we can identify and add to our BioBlitz. Something. Can you hear it? There's a bunch of chickadees in the backyard here. Now I'm going to try to get a picture of them. I probably won't be able to get a good one right now. And I'll add those into the BioBlitz too. Let's look over here. We've got some plants growing back here that we can take a look at. So this came up, I think it's just kind of a weed of some, well, you know, weed is sort of in the eye of the beholder. It's a plant that I didn't plant here. Came up by itself, and I'm gonna see, I actually don't know what it is, but what's cool about iNaturalist, if you can see on here, is that they will suggest what they think it is. So iNaturalist thinks that this plant is bitter wintercress, and if I type bitter wintercress in and select OK, I'll upload that, and then what happens is scientists will actually go and they will look at all these photos, and other people in iNaturalist and experts can go and they can verify your photo so that we know that that's actually what it is. So the app will tell you what it thinks it is, but the people who go and look at the data can actually confirm it, and then that can be research grade data that can be used to help identify what's living in the Great Lakes here. Let's see what else we can find. Follow me. What about, I'm going to do a lot of plants because they're easy. They don't move, so they're easy to identify, especially for you. I have all these tiny little white flowers down here. Let's see if it knows what they are. It might be kind of hard because with flowers, you really need to be able to see all the petals to make an observation. So when the flowers are closed like this, it's kind of hard. But we'll give it a try and we'll see how it does. So you don't actually need to know what, here, point it at me, there you go. I have a 10-year-old helping me with my filming today. So you don't actually need to know what the species is. That's what's fun about it. If you use iNaturalist, they'll help you identify it. They give you suggestions for what they think it might be. And you can use those to make some guesses about what your plant is and upload it, and it will be verified later. You can also use a cool app called Seek, if you've ever used that. It's made by iNaturalist, and it actually lets you sort of scan the plants around you and identifies them in real time. And any data that you can post things to iNaturalist through Seek, and anything that you post there will also go into the project, so you can use that too. We're gonna go off into the woods a little bit here. We live in the woods, so there's some cool things that I saw here the other day that I wanted to try to identify using this program. Oh, actually pause, let's go this way. Here's a plant. Evelyn, you know what this one is, right?
Yes.
What's this one?
Garlic mustard.
It's garlic mustard. What do you know about garlic mustard?
It's not native.
It's not native. Nope. What else do you know about garlic mustard?
It spreads really fast.
Yeah, it does spread really fast. So if you're participating in the BioBlitz, you can point it towards me, you don't only want to post native things, you want to post everything you see, because we want to have a really good understanding of what's living in our ecosystems. There was a really cool fungus over here that I wanted to take you to, so that's where we're going. Going on a little hike through the trail. If you see anything interesting you have a question about, feel free to tell me. Now, we have a lot of trees, as you can see, but it's really hard for the app to identify them because all you can see right now is the bark. And you can identify trees by their bark, but it's kind of a pro move. It's a little bit hard to do. But some of these you should be able to get. Like, what about these big ones with the needles, Evie? What do you think about those?
That they're big with needles?
What kind of tree? Do you have any ideas?
Maybe.
What do you think? The trees with the needles.
Trees with needles.
What are trees with needles called?
There's a lot of trees with needles.
That's a good point. A lot of trees with needles. This tree starts with white.
White pine.
It's a white pine. Yeah, we have a lot of white pines out here in the forest. We have very dry, sandy soil here. So pines are pretty common, and it's very steep, as you might be able to tell, on this hill. Hold on, sorry, this fungus, I saw it yesterday, and I thought everybody's going to want to see that. So we're going to get down there. Oh, here's a really good one. Sign of spring, guys. Sign of spring. Okay, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. What are these?
Mayapple.
Mayapple. These guys are so cute. These little umbrellas. When I was little, I used to call them umbrella plants. But they come up every spring here. Yeah, you know, we've been pulling the garlic mustard in our woods for a couple of years now. We haven't obviously gotten to this spot yet. But this mayapple patch has grown quite a bit since we've started to pull the garlic mustard, which I think is really cool. Okay, we're almost there. We're going down this hill. Don't fall, guys. I hope you don't get like vertigo following me down this hill. I took some pictures of birds this morning at the bird feeder and posted them in as well. Hopefully you guys don't all fall on your faces. Evie is speeding down the hill very quickly right now. He's doing a great job as my photographer. We're almost there. We've noticed a lot of trees fall in the woods, and if you notice, turn around a second, Evan, to show the hill. You can see it's a really steep hill there, so a lot of things fall. They get stressed and they fall. Okay, turn around. Here it is. I saw this cool stealth fungus yesterday, and I really wanted to add it to the BioBlitz. So here I am taking a picture. Now, fungus is really hard to identify just from one picture, so I'd be surprised if they knew what it was, but let's see what they think. Some things you can notice. Let me show you on here. It's really hard. And then underneath, it's really important that you look at the underside of the fungus. And so you can see that it has kind of a spongy look down there. I know enough to know that's important, but not enough to know what that means as far as what kind of fungus it is. The other cool thing I want to show you while we were down here, this is not for the BioBlitz, but this tree that we just got up on, this is a big basswood tree, that fell 2 years ago. And look how decomposed it is already. Just from 2 years of rotting on the ground. So that's really interesting how quickly and how slowly some trees decompose. We've got a black oak tree over in the woods over there that fell probably 5 years ago, and it's still hard as rock. So they decompose at very different speeds. All right, we'll just do a couple more species in our little mini BioBlitz here, and then I'll leave you guys to it to see what you find in your own backyard. Wanted to try this one because this is a special one that people get excited about. You know which one I'm pointing at, Evie?
That one.
Evie knows because I've been making her eat this in
You
things.
have?
Oh, you don't know?
Oh, it's the onion thing.
Yeah, it's a wild onion or wild leek. It's called a ramp. And we are super lucky because we have huge patches of these in our woods, and we're able to eat them all year round, and it's pretty, not all year round, but we're able to gather a lot now and then preserve them in butter and sauces and things that we can eat later. Okay, the last thing I wanted to show you. So that's just kind of an example of how you might just go around your own backyard, your own neighborhood. It doesn't even have to be wild species. You can document the things that are living in your yard. Come off the street. If you've got daffodils or hyacinths or other things growing, you can show those as well and add them to your observations in iNaturalist. Okay, one other, can I take the camera from you for a second? I want to show you one more thing while we're here. We've been doing a little research project in our woods on spraying garlic mustard before it gets really big, because we don't have a lot of other stuff growing right now. So you can see, if you look over here on this side, the ground is pretty brown. We sprayed all that garlic mustard, and if you look over here, it's hard to tell in this light, but you can see how there's that green haze over the whole hill. That is all garlic mustard, which is invasive. So we've had some pretty good success with actually spraying it and staying away from the native species. So that was pretty cool. All right. Well, guys, that was it. That was a very brief explanation of how to do a BioBlitz. Basically, you walk around and see what you can find and use your phone to identify it. But there's a link in the video here that shows you how to download the iNaturalist app and walks you through exactly how to identify what's there. But I would love it if you guys would get out, get some fresh air, and anytime between now and May 20, try to identify what's in your backyard, what's going on in the park by your house, and submit it to the Great Lakes BioBlitz project, and that will help us understand better what's living in the Great Lakes, how healthy our ecosystems are, and you can be contributing to a real beneficial citizen science project. So thanks for tuning in today. Hope you enjoyed that quick little walk around the woods here. Hope you're having a wonderful Earth Day and are getting a chance to get outside and enjoy nature. We have lots more videos and story times and crafts coming for the rest of the week, and we'll be back next week. Our video next week is not going to be live. It's pre-recorded, but it's extra special because it's a virtual stream study for those of you who aren't able to get out and do stream sampling on your own right now. So tune in for that next week, Wednesday. It's good to see you all. Bye.